Welcome to video 3 of our Unearthing Data video presentations with Dr. Brad Heggie. We will begin with step 3, learning how to ask the right scientific questions.
Let's move on to step 3 of our data dig, asking questions about the data and answering those questions with evidence. Here I am showing the map with the reported COVID cases for the month of December 2020. I want to highlight again the areas where there are a high amount of reported cases. Again, if you look at the map, you see that there are certain areas where there are higher case numbers. So for example, here again over Southern California and Arizona, where these magenta colors represent a total reported case number of over 100,000. And also you can see scattered areas throughout the eastern United States or up here across the Great Lakes, where you can see over 10,000 cases reported in certain areas. So the question is, why are there so many more cases in these areas compared to other areas of the country? And we're going to investigate this question further throughout the episode. Another question you might ask is, do these areas of higher amounts of COVID-19 cases reported, are those always in the same area or do they change over time? So we're also going to look at other months to see if those locations have seen higher case amounts or if changed over the life of the pandemic. To answer that first question of why the maximum amount of COVID-19 cases are found in specific locations across the United States, let's look at another data set. This here is a map of population density. Population density is measured in people per square kilometer, and in this map, the higher population density numbers are shown in dark purple, lower values are shown in this light gray color. So if we look at this map, there are a lot of areas in the United States that have a low population density, especially across the Great Plains and across many of the areas of the western United States. You can see that there are higher population densities in the major urban areas of the United States. So for example, Dallas, Houston, Atlanta, Chicago, Detroit, etc. So if you look at this map, you can see that there's an uneven distribution of population across the United States. So let's compare this to the COVID data. So what I have here is the number of COVID-19 cases, that map that I showed earlier with the red circles. So we're just focused here on the eastern United States. So if you compare this map to the population density map, you can see that areas with higher population density tend to have more COVID cases. So for example, here, this is Atlanta. You can see the high amount of cases in that metropolitan area. Similarly, you see higher cases in Cleveland and Pittsburgh right here. You can see that's high population density. But this relationship is not true everywhere. So if you look at Detroit, high population density, but there's a lower amount of COVID-19 cases. So that means there's something else going on that explains these higher amount of cases in some of these cities across the United States, or the lack of a higher amount of COVID-19 cases. We're going to need to look at more evidence to answer this question of why the higher COVID-19 cases occur in some locations compared to others across the United States.
Video 3 is now finished. Please proceed to video 4, step 4, answering the questions with evidence.